Hello guys, welcome to this video. I'm so excited to have you here. So in this video I want to walk you through the main difference between Stripe Atlas and LLC formula. So everybody is familiar with Stripe Atlas. If you've ever tried to start a company in the US in order to gain access to Stripe, the LLC formula is something that I created. It's a step-by-step process that gets you through the process of setting up your company, which is an LLC in the US, so that you can gain access to Stripe. Now, ever since I launched the program, I've gotten a couple of people asking me, okay, what is the difference between the Stripe Atlas and the LLC formula, and why should I go with you? So that is something that I want to kind of focus on in this video. Now, before I go into it, I want to tell you a bit about my story and how I went from this right here to this. So this is me in 2020, and this is me when I started my business. As you can see, I had the crappiest laptop ever. I was working from inside of my room. I was stressed all the time. I don't know if you can see the stress on my face. So if you don't know me, my name is Belema. I am a Nigerian born entrepreneur, but I'm currently living in the Caribbean, and I run a 6-figure course launch and funnel building agency at Funnel Tech Geniuses, and I'm also a business coach to done for you service entrepreneurs. I also sell digital products online, example the LLC formula, which I'm going to be talking about today. And most importantly, my business allows me the freedom to do whatever I want. So my story did not just start, like, I didn't just pop up on the face of the earth like this. I actually have a very interesting backstory. I initially never thought I would ever go into the entrepreneurial route. I wanted to study medicine. I was an academic, top of my class each time. I knew nothing about business or entrepreneurship, didn't care either. As a matter of fact, I used to think that people who went into business were people who were not smart enough for school. But I came from a humble family. We were not well-to-do. I would just say it, we're poor. And I was applying for scholarships in order for me to be able to study medicine outside of my home country, Nigeria. So after a while, as soon as I finished secondary school, I applied for a scholarship. I got qualified for the scholarship. I was flown out of the country, and I came to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, where I currently live as at the time I'm making this video, to study medicine. And it was so exciting for me. But unfortunately, about 8 months into the entire medical program, my scholarship was withdrawn, and I was just the whole rug was pulled under me, and I didn't know what to do. So I had to figure out a way to fend for myself, and that's how I started my online business in 2017. Between then and now, I have grown my business to a 6-figure level. I have worked with hundreds of clients. I have had a lot of experiences, but the one problem that I have had consistently from then up till I figured out a solution was how to get access to Stripe, because there are not many payment gateways that are available to people outside of the US, UK, or Canada, and some parts of Europe. So I didn't know what to do, and I didn't even have access to PayPal. So I kept researching until I figured out how to do this. Now, I already learned that what you needed to do was to set up a company in the US, an LLC, and from there you'll be able to get access to Stripe. But I was so afraid of actually doing it, because I heard from American citizens, with my friends, they kept saying, oh my God, taxes are so expensive. We hate taxes this, taxes that. I've heard stories of people who had tax evasion and one thing after the other. So I'm somebody that I like to abide by. Like, when it comes to rules like this, these are the kind of rules I like to abide by. I don't see the point of tax evasion or any of those kind of things. So I wanted to fully understand what I was doing before I went into it, but I was just so afraid of getting on the wrong side of the law, because Nigerians are the word Nigerian already has a bad connotation to it, and I did not want to add to that. I wanted to be among the people who would bring good, when you hear their names, they bring good connotations to Nigeria. So all of that combined together prevented me from doing anything. But the good news is that I have found a way to do it easily, affordably, legally, and I'm so happy to share this information with the rest of my fellow entrepreneurs in Nigeria and all over the world that don't have access to Stripe, so that we would not remain in that state of fear of not doing the right thing and not and at the same time preventing us from expanding our businesses internationally. So let's go into it. Like I said earlier, we're going to be going into Stripe Atlas versus LLC formula. And if you've not heard about LLC formula, you will learn a bit about it in this video as well. So we'll start from Stripe Atlas. So what is Stripe Atlas? It's a program that Stripe created for countries where they do not support, for unsupported countries, right? Stripe currently is available in, I don't know, about 30 countries or 32 countries so far. And there are still a lot of countries that Stripe is not available in. So they created a Stripe Atlas program to help you create a company in the US that allows you to be able to run your business internationally, use their payment gateway platform, and be able to process payments from customers all over the world. The main features of Stripe that makes it so appealing is, number one, it's done for you. Basically, you need to fill out some forms through an application, and if they approve it, you can get your company registered for you. Everything will be done. You just need to give them the basic information that they require from everybody. Number two is that it also comes with community. So there's a Facebook group that is specifically for people who have used Stripe Atlas, and it's called the, I think, Atlas Founders Group. You can't get in unless you have you have a Stripe Atlas account. Now the third thing is that they do give bonuses on different software, like percentages of cashback, credits, and all those kind of stuff when you use the links that they provide to you in order to access those software for your business. Now, so just to give you a rundown of what Stripe Atlas actually provides you in the nitty-gritty is, number one, they help you create a C corporation in Delaware, right? Now the price for the Stripe Atlas is $500 fixed. It has been like that for years, I think, since it was created. And the $500 covers the formation of a C corporation in Delaware. It covers the Delaware state filing fees. It covers all the documents that you need to sign in order to put the company into formation. It will also cover your first year of registered agent fees, and it will also cover your EIN filing. It grants you access to the Stripe community on Facebook and the free templates for your legal needs. So basically, when you sign up through Stripe Atlas, they create a C corporation for you in Delaware. Delaware is a state, one of the 50 states in the United States of America, and you also get all of the documents you need. They file everything for you and give you your EIN. So if you don't know what an EIN is, it's an employer identification number. So that will be for your business. Now, that is basically what you get from Stripe Atlas. That is what you get for the $500 that you pay. Now, moving on to the LLC formula. So the LLC formula is a course I created that helps you create your LLC from scratch. It gives you the exact same things that Stripe Atlas gives you. Number one, you get to create your business entity. You fill the same number of forms, and everything is created for you. So you just need to go fill all the forms based on instructions that I have inside of the course, step by step. And once you're done, that is it. Your business entity is created. You also gain access to a Facebook community. I have a Facebook community called the Boundless Entrepreneurs, and you get access to it as well, where you can chat with people who are also business owners like you from all over the world. And you also get bonuses. So I have partnered with some platforms that I love and use and also recommend for you to get some special discounts. And I also give you recommendations for other resources for like taxes and accountants and bookkeeping and all of that good stuff. So you're basically getting the same thing you get for Stripe for $500 when you get the LLC formula. Now, the main difference I would like to mention is that the Stripe Atlas program is it's not a course. You're paying them to help you set up your company. But here's the thing, you don't know anything about setting up a company. Most people just know that they want to have access to Stripe, and based on that they are like, okay, I'll sign up for Stripe Atlas and they'll create everything for me. But there's a lot more on the back end that you do not understand, and because it is not their duty to teach you, you don't really know exactly what you're getting yourself into. But with the LLC formula, I have broken down not only step by step everything that you need to know. I'll also give you resources for you to understand what it means to have an LLC as a business owner. And the second huge difference is that the Stripe Atlas creates a corporation for you, which is a different business entity from an LLC. Now, I'll be making a separate video that highlights the difference between an LLC and a C corporation, or corporations in general. So just to put this out there, we have three main types of business entities that you can create. Now, this differs from country to country, but I'm speaking basically for the United States. So we have the LLC, which is the limited liability company, not corporation, company. We have corporations. So these corporations can be a C corp, for instance, and it can be an S corp. And we have the non-profit. So those are the kind of entities that are for people who do social work and volunteer-based businesses. And that's a special kind of business entity, because those ones do not pay taxes, because they are not for profit. They are non-profit organizations. So these are the main things that you need to note that differentiates between Stripe Atlas and using the LLC formula to get your LLC. Now, I do not recommend you creating a corporation. Most small business owners do not need to create a corporation. Now, if it was in the case of countries like Canada that do not have LLCs, corporations are the only option that you have. But in the US, you have the option of opening an LLC, which gives you gives you liability protection as a business owner, and also gives you access to tools like Stripe. So it is more economical, it's simpler even when it comes to tax time for you to create an LLC. So what exactly do you get inside of the LLC formula? So number one, you get step-by-step instructions for opening your LLC. I will give you the walkthrough. You'll see a video walkthrough of me creating a business inside of the LLC formula, and you can just follow the same instructions and you will get your LLC created by the end of the day. Number two, you get student-only special discounts to software that I use and recommend. You also get a choice of states. So I mentioned earlier that Stripe gives you the option to open a corporation in Delaware. But when you follow the LLC formula, you have the option to open in any of the 50 states. And I give you my best recommendations inside of the LLC formula for which states to open your LLC in. Now, even though you have an option of opening in 50 states, there are some states that are definitely not recommended. And I'll make my top states that you should not open your LLC in another video. So you can check that out on my channel as well. Now, I also give you options for affordable accounting and bookkeeping. So one of the things that you need to understand as an LLC, as a business owner who now runs an LLC, is that you need to take care of your books and your accounting, and you want to make sure that those things are in order, especially when tax season comes around. I also give you tax resources that you can read through, understand. I also give you recommendation for the accountant that I use, and you can go on a call with them to ask questions that are specific to your own situation. Then I also give you the option of opening a bank online. So one of the things that if you have done a bit of research, you will learn is that in order for you to open a US bank account as an LLC, as a business owner, you would need to fly over to the US physically in order for you to open that bank account. Now, in the side of the LLC formula, I give you with the bank account that I personally use, that is it is completely virtual, it's online, and you can open it from wherever you are in the world. There are a few countries they do not service, and you can find that on their website, but it services most countries, like a vast majority of countries currently. and it is free. You don't even pay to sign up for the account. There are no hidden fees. You can have up to 15 bank accounts with the same company, and you get access to physical and virtual cards that can be mailed to you. You can also add your team members inside of your bank. So if you're the kind of business that has team members and you want them to have access to some cards, you can create physical bank cards that can be mailed to your team members, and you can also control the spending limit and access that your team members have to that bank account. I also give you resources for templates for your company, so things like your operating agreement and some other legal resources that you need. You also have a community as well of international business owners just like you, and you also get your first year of registered agent free. So if you don't know what a registered agent is the person that will be standing in for you to create your LLC, and you get your first year of registered agent services for free, which is a huge bonus. Now, something that most people don't also note is the extra fees that come with running a business. Now, if you open a corporation with Stripe Atlas, these are the extra fees that you need to keep in mind. Now, number one is you have to note that your business is open in Delaware, which means that the fees that you'll be paying will be based off of that state that you have opened in, the state where you created your corporation. This is Stripe Atlas I'm talking about. So number one, you have to think about your annual fee franchise tax, which is $450. These fees can change at any time, so depending on the year, it can increase or decrease. Nobody knows. You pay 20% income tax on your profits that you get in the business. So your registered agent annual fee, not annual, is $100. You pay for US phone and mailing address ranging from $10 to $30 monthly. You have to file your taxes yearly, and if your taxes are exceeding a certain amount, you have to file quarterly. Now, the prices to get an accountant that will file your taxes for you, prepare your taxes and file them for you, can range to $750 to $1,500 per year based on Stripe Atlas recommendation, and you pay $500 to get all of this done for you. And the bank that Stripe Atlas recommends is the Silicon Valley Bank, and they send you a debit card to your US mailing address. Now, these are the fees that you need to know for Stripe Atlas. Now, if you go through the LLC formula, these are the fees that you need. So your registered agent fees will be $125 per year. But my registered agent that I recommend inside of the LLC formula gives you full privacy, and that means that you get the option of using their address, their mailing address, for all your business needs. So if somebody needs to mail anything that is related to your business, they can mail it to you, and my registered agent gives you the ability to use their their physical address on all your business documents when you're filing your LLC. So you get full privacy all across the board, and that is one of the coolest aspects of working with them, and it's very affordable at $125 per year. You can also opt in for a US phone number for around $36 per year for the options that I recommend inside of the LLC formula. As usual, as with every LLC business, you have to file your taxes either yearly or quarterly, but the accountant I work with, their services start at $250 when you're ready to file your annual taxes. So I recently filed my taxes for 2019, and that's about the amount that I paid for their services. Now, this is not the actual amount you'll be paying to the IRS for your tax, your actual tax fee. And then based on my recommendations inside of the LLC formula, you pay 0% income tax, unlike in Delaware where you pay 20% income tax. So this saves you way more money than you would if you were working with Stripe Atlas. And it is the exact same procedure in the sense that it will take you the same amount of time to register for Stripe Atlas as you would do with the LLC formula. And the coolest part of the whole entire process is, unlike in Stripe Atlas where it's application only and you can actually be rejected, with the LLC formula you can just go apply for your business and get your business up and running. Now, The disadvantages of Stripe Atlas, right? I've already said some of these points throughout the video, but I just wanted to kind of give you a bullet point list of all of them. So number one is that you get a C corporation, not an LLC. And with corporations, you are subject to double taxation. So this is one of the disadvantages of having a C corporation, is that you can end up being double taxed for the for the money that your corporation makes. Now, the second thing is application based. Like I mentioned, Stripe Atlas is application based and you can actually get rejected. You also have Delaware as your only choice. So you cannot open your, you cannot create your business entity in any of the other states in the US. You have to open it in Delaware, and it's expensive at $500 to set up. And like I mentioned earlier, C Corp taxes are complicated and they are also high because you might end up being double taxed as one of the disadvantages of the C corporation. But now I want to introduce you to the LLC formula, because I really truly believe that the LLC formula is the best option out there. I have done 3 months of research before I created my own LLC and before I created the LLC formula as well. So it is the best option out there for you to create your LLC affordably and legally, irrespective of where you currently reside or where you're from, as in your nationality. So what exactly, I'm going to just reiterate all that you get inside of the LLC formula, and I'll tell you how much it costs, and you'll be shocked at how much it costs to get the LLC formula. So I'll walk you through the basics of starting your own LLC. I'll walk you through the entire registration process. I will show you the fastest way to apply for an EIN and ITIN number. Spoiler alert, it is completely free. I will show you how to get an approved US bank account without needing to travel to the United States. I'll show you how to sign up for Stripe and US PayPal business account and get your account approved almost instantly. There's also a bonus LLC registration checklist so that you can check everything before you finally send out all your documents. You get special student-only discount on my favorite tools. You get tax and accounting resources to help you stay compliant both on the state and federal levels. And you also get the LLC Secrets ebook, which is a compilation of all the knowledge inside of the LLC formula in an ebook, so that if you want to read it on the go, maybe you're in a place where you cannot watch the videos, you can read the book and get the exact same information. So this is amazing. And if you look at everything that I have listed out here on this that you get for the LLC formula, you will see that the value is insane. So looking at everything we have here, we're looking at a total value of about $2,823. So you're getting over $2,000 in value, and it will surprise you to know that the price for the LLC formula is just $37. I know, it is mind-blowing and it's absolutely insane. As a matter of fact, somebody I sent this LLC formula, like the link to sign up, and they went and they were like, wait, what? It is just $37? And I'm like, yes, it is just $37. And the person was like, why are you selling it for so affordable? I was like, because I want international business owners like you and me to dominate the market. So enough is enough. We don't need to be hiding and struggling because we don't have access to Stripe and we don't have access to PayPal. We also deserve to be on the market. We have our skills, we have our expertise, and we have our own unique ideas and positions that we can bring to the global business market. And that is why I am so passionate about getting the LLC formula into every single household that is on the planet that does not have access to Stripe, right? Because that is the one thing that is standing in our way. Most people want to sell digital courses, they want to sell coaching programs, they want to work with their clients in the US, but they don't have access to Stripe, and that has become such a huge problem. Every day I see it inside of Facebook groups, I see it inside of communities that I hang out in, and I see people asking this question over and over again. So if you want to sign up for the LLC formula, and I highly recommend you do, all you need to do is to go to heronlinebrand.co/LLC and you can sign up for just $37. Now, full disclaimer, I cannot guarantee that it will remain at $37 forever. I will change the price without notice. So now that you have the opportunity, if you're watching this video, you can go see if you can still grab it for just $37, and you can get your LLC set up from beginning to end. Now, another question I know you're probably thinking is, okay, I know that Stripe Atlas costs $500 to register my LLC. Sorry, my business, because they do a corporation for you. But if I use your method, how much am I going to spend to create my business? And I'm here to tell you that you will spend less than $250. Now, I give you certain kind of recommendations inside of the LLC formula, and depending on the one you choose, you can actually spend less than $250. You can actually spend less than $200 if you choose one of the methods that I teach inside of the LLC formula. So if you add the cost of the LLC formula, which is $37, to the cost of creating your business based on the LLC formula's recommendations, you'll be spending less than half of what it would take you to create a business in Stripe. And not only that, you will save yourself extra fees in the long run when it comes to taxes and taking care of your business as you go. So this is a huge steal. It is a no-brainer business decision, and I would love to see you inside of the LLC formula. So that is it for this video. I'm so excited. If you're ready to expand your business internationally without any barriers holding you back, you should definitely get the LLC formula, register your business, and take over the world. So I can't wait to see you guys in the LLC formula, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.